Hello, friends. Welcome to this podcast channel, Center of Excellence Pharma 4. In this episode, I'm going to discuss about building a digital transformation adoption programs for mid-size pharma companies. Before starting up this episode, let me give you a brief idea. What is our thought process of developing this particular channel? As you are all aware, number of emerging technologies are getting developed, like cloud, artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoT, blockchain, robotics, chatbot. And every technology has got its own strengths. And if we can use this in all integration, probably we can solve all those problems, challenges into pharma industry. What we see, there are three challenges into the industry. One is that uh, there is going to be a big competition, and everyone is looking for cost reductions and offering good product quality to the customer, that is the patients. Second thing is that regulatory requirements are increasing, and we have to support all them. And third is after this COVID, there are more challenges into having the entire supply chain management. So there are many processes are there, and those needs to get integrated. So keeping these things in mind, we have developed our website where you can find a lot of information, knowledge. Is we have developed a platform on Udemy, Smart Manufacturing in Pharma, with about 20 modules that will help you again in understanding, developing those knowledge base and your skills. Our YouTube platform has been developed, launched about 5 years back, which has got more than 300 videos. And again, it discusses something from business strategy going up to the systems audit validation. The podcast channel, which you are looking at it and listening, has got more than 70 episodes, which will also share you a lot of inputs from the industry. Our book series, Center of Excellence Pharma 4, has got 6 books published onto Amazon, which are available as on Kindle as well as paperback editions. So let's start with our agenda. I'm going to give you a brief introduction. My focus is onto the strategic alignment, technology investment, scalability and integrations, benefits of digital transformation, both tangible and intangible, ROI projections, short term and long term, and how those best practices you can achieve it by developing a partnerships and a metrics driven approach, and then finally the compensation. In this episode, my focus is to share some of the financial data or projection. This is to some extent based on to our experience and some of the things which are available from the internet or something. You will have to discuss this amongst your team, amongst your technology partners and all that, and then decide how you can go ahead, how you can prioritize, how you can plan it out, those things and all that. So in an introduction, what I'm going to discuss is that we are all looking out for operational efficiencies. We have to streamline the processes because the entire digital supply chain management, when we discuss it out, when we discuss about the pharma for requirements and all, we are planning to connect from demand planning, supply planning, operation planning, and everything and all that. So the entire data sharing will be there, which streamlines the all processes, whether it's a distribution process, whether it's a procurement process, whether it's a manufacturing process, and that should reduce the manual task and all that. To a step further earlier, we can also look at and think about the drug development, about your R&D cycles and all, which will also help to improve the collaboration. While on the other side, we have to also think about it, the patient's outcome. No? Better treatment options should be there. The patient should get a right product, right quality, right time, at the right price and all that. Lot of companies are now thinking, developing for the personalized medicines and all. And this should have a measurable ROI, based on to your investments or adoption programs, and quantifiable impact should be there. Now, when I said a strategic alignment, it's basically you have to define your objectives. The priorities should be there. Whether you want to focus on to the patient, you want to focus on to the distribution system, whether you want to have a manufacturing execution system, whether you want to have a quality management system. So, depending on that, or clinical trials or something like that. So, these are the things, and to want to implement Scrum. So, your objective should be made very clear, and then you have to really think about the digital maturity, that from your present system, the existing system, what are those lacunas are there, how you will have to identify those legacy system, address those data silos from the analog systems and all that. So all those things needs to be alignments and all that. Then you have to think about the technology investment. No, there could be cloud platform, there will be artificial intelligence, machine learning models to be developed. You may have to require an investment to IoT enabled, that is the Internet of Things enabled, or industrial Internet of Things enabled manufacturing systems, which are going to get connected to your manufacturing machines, equipments, and those platforms capture the data with the sensors directly and all that. So this also needs to be planned out with a pilot project. You can take up some semi small clinical platforms or digital twins, and maybe plan it out some project, maybe 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, depending upon your budget, and you have to plan it out those costs and all. And then adopt for that modular thing. No, and some of the key factors which we thought based on to our experience, I wanted to share with you that you should not avoid to get avoid with the a vendor specific lock-in period. It should be an open system. You should be a modular system where you can integrate that module to the previous one, next one, and all that. And then that should really get integrated to your ERP, quality management system, or supply chain management system. So you have to draw that particular plan, and but start with a small pilot project, and then allocate that particular IT budget. What I have observed is many times companies focus on to only hardware, software, something like that. But you must make a provision for the training also, because your skills which are today working on to the manufacturing shop floor level, they have to upgrade their skills, about learning this particular new technologies. Not only from the operational point of view, but we always talk about saying that it should be a data driven decision making system. So they should be able to use that data for better decision making, so that you will have a better operational excellence. That should be there. And then that change management is required. So when you look at it, all this, you should also think about the cost saving. So now you will have a substantial saving into the manufacturing, because your predictive maintenance, process automations and all will really help you. On R&D side, again, the drug development cycle time can be reduced, and that will be a substantial thing if you really plan out your experiments in such a way that you will have better results from the minimum experiments or something like that. And artificial intelligence, machine learning can help you a lot. This all, of course, depends upon your specific ideas into that particular project. And this will also help in your revenue generation, because your entire life cycle, products life cycle is going to get it reduced. It's a time to market, either a new product or a present product for the orders which have been received from the marketing or from the sales and all. The whole process cycle can be reduced, and then that will be share you an additional revenue which will get generated and all that. Similarly, there will be intangible benefits which will also help you in maintaining the compliance set. Today, what we see is that each person at a shop floor spends more than 30% of the time in maintaining documentation. And since a lot of documentation is done by the manual basis, a lot of possibilities of making a error because it's finally a human driven systems and all that. When you move to digital systems and all, when the data is captured directly by sensors or something, it's more and more accurate. That will reduce the human errors and all. And at the same time, the data becomes error free and its updates and all that. And with an automation and all the data analysis, data integrity will be available for a better decision making and all. This will help trust with the patients also because they will get a assured quality products and all that, and their personal health will also improve and all. Agility will be there, there will be a good flexibility, so real time data analytics can help you in improving all that. So investment range can be from maybe 2 3 million, can go up to 10 millions. Of course, you can really plan it out those these projects into the phases and all that to monitor the investment and go and see the tangible, intangible benefits and all that. And accordingly, you can go on taking up your next steps and all that. Today, this digital transformation is going through a lot of challenges because the expected benefits are not coming up because it's not really into a planned way, and actually at the same time there is a skill shortage is there. So we are really planning all this knowledge based courses development. The entire ecosystem has been developed to develop with good skills which will drive this to get our expected results and all that. But on a long term basis, there will be a substantial benefits will be there when you will have those AI and ML based adoptions and all that. But these again have to be design developed as per your specific need and the requirements and all that. So, mid-sized company looking at say 200 million revenues can have an annual saving of about 20 million, and the new stream revenues can go on building up of maybe 50 million or something like that and all. Now, there is another big challenges which we always suggest because no, uh, you will find extremely difficult to get those good skills, no, either onto the technology side or the domain side, and to bridge up that gap of technology and domain is a big challenge. So you have to really think about the collaboration. You have to do the collaboration with those technology vendors, and you will find the different vendors who have expertise into the various areas like experts into cloud adoption or experts into AI development, experts into IoT applications or something. So you have to build up those collaboration teams and all that, and you should have a your own team which will drive, which will do the structures and everything and all that, which will align the strategies to have those phase wise adoptions and all that. And this is where you will go on building up the things and all. So you have to develop those KPI, that what we call it the key performance indicators and all, and OEA, no, original equipment excellence and all that, no. So that needs to be considered, and these targets have to be designed. Then you have to monitor continuous basis and all that. So that scaling has to be worked it out. So these are the specific things to be considered. And then coming to my conclusion that your annual returns from that particular site will be substantial. I just put in some figures based on to some of the data which are available from the net and all that. But you will have to design and work it out. What I am shown it over here, that these are the certain factors which you have to really consider. For more details, you can definitely look at it, our other episodes, our YouTube channels, and our Udemy platforms and all, where you will get more guidance on to how to do those estimates, how to arrive at the tangible, intangible benefits and all that actually. Hope I tried to give you a brief idea. And if you need more information, do contact us. Feel free to write to us. Share your feedback, share your thoughts, share your suggestion. Do suggest this to your other network also. Thank you. Bye.